Hello students, today we are going to discuss the treatment of revaluation of asset and reassessment of liability. So we revalue our asset and we reassess our liabilities. Now why we are doing so, students, in admission of a partner? Take very simple example to understand this. Suppose A and B started with a business and they purchased a land of 5 lakh rupees. Now after 5 years they decided to admit Mr. C as a new partner. Now students, just think logically. Do you think the asset which we have purchased 5 years back for 5 lakh, after 5 years the value of land will be same 5 lakh rupees? No. But because of our accounting standards, accounting policies, what we are supposed to record? We are supposed to record asset at the cost, at historical cost, as per our accounting concept. We call it as historical cost concept. So according to this historical cost concept, we are supposed to record our asset always at the money which we have paid for asset. So 5 lakh will be shown in our balance sheet as an asset for all the years. But after 5 years, what is happening? C is coming into as a new partner, and the land value, now the market value, I am talking about market value, the market value is now 25 lakhs. It got appreciated. So how much profit you can see, students, here? Profit is 20 lakh rupees. Now what is the problem here, students? Try to understand the problem here. Now Mr. C came into the firm as a new partner. So when I'm making him as a partner, you know what I mean. He will become a co-owner of the business. He will be a joint owner of all the assets and liabilities. So suppose after admission of C, say after some time we have sold this land for 25 lakh. So how much profit we have booked here? 20 lakh ka profit. Now this 20 lakh ka profit, A, B, C, all three partners will may have a dispute. What dispute they may have? That A and B will say this was the money we have invested, and the profit which we have earned belongs to A and B only. It shouldn't be given to Mr. C. Now you have understood the entire story. You will understand logically that this is correct. Why C should be given a benefit of this 20 lakh rupees? Now because this dispute shouldn't come up in the future, what you can do, students? Yes, you can do revaluation of asset at the time of admission itself. So how to do this? What we will do, students? Now this 20 lakh ka profit, we are going to make one account called revaluation account. Now in this account, what you do? You record this profit of land 20 lakh rupees, and this profit of 20 lakh rupees you record here and give it to A and B. You divide this between A and B and give it to both the partners. And also when you're showing this profit in revaluation account, you also show it in your balance sheet on the asset side. Land 5 lakh plus profit of 20 lakh, 25 lakh, you show it in the books. So this is what you can do. Accounting treatment. Now you can distribute this profit among A and B by opening this account called revaluation account. I am going to explain you in detail what is this revaluation account. This I am just telling you how you are going to give the benefit of 20 lakh to A and B only at the time of admission. So this is what you will do at the time of admission. Make a revaluation account. Whatever profit is there, distribute between A and B. Also revalue your asset in the balance sheet. Bring it to the market value 25 lakh. So what happens when C comes into the firm? The value of land is 25 lakh rupees. So now if we sell it, the entire profit is already given. See, 20 lakh of profit we have already given to A and B at the time of admission of C. So in future it will never create a dispute. So this is what advisable is. Whenever new partner is admitted, there is a need to revalue your assets and reassess your liabilities. Now you understand with the help of this example that the revaluation of asset, why it is done, so that the profit, if it is there, goes to the old partner only. And yes students, I agree to you that there might be few assets which might be decreasing. So the losses of that fall in value should also go to the old partner. So what we are going to do, when you revalue your asset, sometimes it will be a profit, sometimes it will be a loss. Whatever is the case, you have to give it to the old partners. How we do this students? By making this revaluation account. So this is what we are going to discuss detailed today in this video. I was just trying to explain you why we do this. So I hope you have got the clear picture why we are doing this. So that whatever is the profit or loss, whatever is the scenario, that profit loss actually belongs to old partner and we need to give it to them. And also we want to bring our assets and liabilities at the market value whenever admission takes place to avoid future disputes between old partner and new partner. So after understanding the need for revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities with the help of this example, let's now go into detail and understand how to record this. So as I said, we do revaluation of asset and reassessment of liability, and we record this through revaluation account. This is also called profit and loss adjustment account. So there are two alternative names for it. We make a revaluation account. Now, as you know, your left hand side is a debit side and credit side. Now since this is a nominal account, we are going to follow nominal account ka rule. So I hope you know what is golden rule for nominal account. What is golden rule students? Yes, you are correct. Debit all expenses and losses. So all your losses because of revaluation of asset will be recorded here on the debit side. Credit all incomes and gains. So all your profits you will record on the credit side. So we are following nominal account ka rule. Why students? Because revaluation account is a nominal account by nature. So that's the reason we are following nominal account ka rule. What is nominal account ka rule? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So now I am going to ask you a question. If there is an increase in the value of asset, like I took one example just few minutes before, land ka value, we purchased land for 5 lakh, now the market value is 25 lakh, so land ka value was 5 lakh, it went up to 25 lakh, so your asset is increasing. So tell me student, it's very logical. If your assets ka value is increasing, it's a profit or loss? Yes students, you all are correct. Your assets ka value whenever increases, it's a profit. So where should you record this in reval account? In reval account, if it is a profit, you will record it on the credit side. So whenever your asset goes up, it is a profit and you will record it on the credit side. How to record? This is one example I am writing. By land and building account, whatever is the amount. Suppose your machine ka value is increasing. So you will write it as by machinery account, by whatever amount it is increasing, you write a profit amount here. The increasing value. So let's take example, land we purchased for 5 lakh, now the value is 25 lakh. So how much there is an increase? Of 20 lakh. So 20 lakh is your profit. You will record 20 lakh profit amount in revaluation account. I hope you understood with the help of example. And other way around, what if your asset ka value is falling? It's a loss, very logical. So if your asset value is falling, it's a loss, you will record it on the debit side. So let's take example. Suppose your debtors ka value is decreasing. So write to debtors account and the amount. your stock ka value is decreasing, write to stock account and the amount. So whenever your asset decreases, it's a loss, write it on the debit side. If your asset is increasing, it's a profit, write it on the credit side. I hope you understood revaluation of asset. Now same case may happen with the liabilities. The liability, tell me logically students, your bank loan was 50 lakh. Now your bank loan amount became 60 lakh, means you are supposed to pay more. If you are supposed to pay more, it's a profit or loss? Yes, you all are correct. Whenever your liability increases, it's a loss. Where to record? So liability increases, it's a loss, will be recorded on the debit side. So you how to write? You will write it as to bank loan account and the amount. Likewise, it may happen that your liability is decreasing. It may be possible that your liability is decreasing. Let's take example. Suppose one of your creditor is offering you a discount. That creditor, you are supposed to pay to him 1 lakh rupees. Now that creditor is saying, I am giving you discount of 10,000, just pay 90,000. So you are paying only 90,000. Your liability was 1 lakh and you paid 90,000. Your liability is decreasing. It's a profit. So whenever liability decreases, write it on the profit side, credit side. You will write it as by creditor account and by whatever amount it is decreasing. I hope you understood the rule. So if asset is decreasing, it's a loss, debited. If asset is increasing, profit, credited. Liability just opposite. Liability if increases, loss, and liability if decreases, it's a profit. So after recording these 4 things, decrease in asset, increase in asset, third and fourth, increase in liability, decrease in. So these 4 items we record in reval account. It's a very small account which we are going to make in this topic. And it's very simple also. So all losses on the debit side, all profits on the credit side. Now you do totaling like you do in all the sum. And you write down a big total on both the side. And if this side is smaller, you will write difference over here. And if this is smaller, you are going to write it as profit transferred to partners capital account. And you are going to divide this between old partners. Who are old partners? A and B. These are old partners. You are going to divide this difference between A and B in their profit sharing ratio. I will explain this later, how to divide this difference amount between the old partners. I will explain this in the next video when I am going to take sum on this. And difference, if it is on the credit side, you will write it as by loss transferred to partners capital account. Again it will be divided between the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So this amount will get divided between the old partners. This is how we make a very small account, students, for the revaluation of asset and reassessment of liability. Hope you are clear with the concept. Thank you, students.